Hello, and welcome everyone to Couch Pundits Sports presents the weekly stream, I guess. I am here today live with you guys to watch along the Calcutta versus Delhi match. Although I don't quite see the any chances for Delhi to win this, given that they've scored only 136 runs. 135 runs. Set Calcutta a target of 136 with the kind of batting lineup they have. It should be an easily achievable target. While you're here, welcome back. Cricket is back. At least on this channel, cricket has been around for some time with the IPL. It's yeah, we've just decided to take some much needed break, at least from our end. We're back now. We're going to be putting out more cricket content as the days go by. Hello to everyone in the chat. Venkatesh Iyer with a single to end the over 6-0 after one. I don't need to tell you the score. You guys can see the score. But what I'm here to test out today is if this works with just me. One of the things that I am looking to do. Akash is not here. Akash is not going to be here for some time now. If you're here, I know, Shrishti, you do miss Mehta, but yeah, you just have me to deal with right now. And the best part is I have full freedom to express my opinions and not be interrupted by someone who is okay. I'm not going to badmouth Akash too much. He's not here to defend himself. But yeah, meanwhile, it looks like you're right, Smith. There's probably not going to be any new winner this time also. Yeah, you're a CSK fan. It figures. If you guys are here, like the stream and subscribe to the channel. It will, if you guys like it. But Ashwin coming on to bowl in the second over. What do you guys think of Delhi's chances of pulling this one off? Because Calcutta are quite in form. They've been doing fairly well recently, especially after the break, the second leg of this season. I don't know what you guys are thinking, so let me know in the chat. Ramanathan, hello. It's been a while since I've seen these names in the chat. It's good to be back. It's going to be better, I would like to say, from here on out. Where I hope you guys like the quiz that we created with Amit. It was quite fun working on it with Amit. He's a wonderful person. But yeah, if you guys like that quiz and would like to see more of it, please tell me. What are my predictions? Void. I think it's Calcutta's game to lose from here, right? Yes, the pitch is what it is. But yeah, it is Calcutta's game to. Delhi need a miracle to win this one, and it looks very unlikely that they're going to get one, given the way things are going, given the way Calcutta's form is. Their batters are doing really well. सुनील नारायण आके ऐसा कुछ भी मार के चला जाता है यार. जो सुनील नारायण 4 साल पहले करता था ना, वो लास्ट मैच में किया उसने, और उसकी वजह से मैंने उसको आज फैंटेसी में कैप्टन बनाया और उसने कुछ नहीं किया. के लास्ट टाइम 4 विकेट लिया, 20-30 रन मारा, तो मस्त कैप्टनसी मटेरियल था. इस टाइम कुछ नहीं किया. Moreshwar, thank you for letting me know that you're interested in the quiz. This question, actually, whether you're interested in the quiz, is also twofold. Are you guys interested in, would you guys be interested in participating in a quiz organized by Couch Pundits? That's one part of the question. And the other part of the question is, would you guys be interested in watching more quizzes involving other kind of cricket personalities? So we did this one with mostly comics and cricket podcasters, I would say. yeah, I guess cricket podcasters. There was Edges and Sedges, there was Baby Over, there was Asjad. So yeah, but if we do one, would you like a more serious quiz to watch? Maybe with like maybe cricket pundits, actual pundits, statisticians, commentators, if we can get any that kind of cricket quiz, or would you guys prefer a more similar level of questions and similar level of contestants? Meanwhile, दो ओवर हो गया है and Delhi look quite on track. Bhavya, why is Akash not joining? Akash is not joining because he is not here. He is, in fact, he's quite MIA these days. If you guys want to find out where he is, you can on Instagram, you can go and figure things out. I don't know how to tell you, or whether I can tell you or not tell you. I don't know any of this. So just go to Instagram and figure out what Akash is doing. Somewhere there are hints. Void, that sounds fun. That's great. I am glad that sounds fun. It's just that I don't know what that is. So because there's a delay in what I'm saying and what you guys are responding. So just let me know if you, yeah, just let me know what you mean. What my predictions again? It's going to be Delhi, man. It's going to be Delhi to lose, because Calcutta are taking this. Calcutta Chennai final. Yeah. Okay, to be honest with you guys, this year's IPL has not been my favorite. Now, I'm not saying that as a Mumbai Indians fan. I am talking about the general aura around the IPL. As everyone knows, the first half of this IPL that happened in India was surrounded by the second wave of COVID hitting the country. There was several things that happened. We're all aware about that. So I'm not going to go into too many details. And it was, in my opinion, a little out of place, maybe a little tone deaf, ignoring everything that was happening outside. If you guys follow what's 22 Yarns, Robin Uthappa has spoken about how the players, at least how he was feeling, and how the players were feeling even during that time, and nobody was quite into it. And I could feel it as a viewer. I was just very disconnected from it. And I understand for a lot of people, it was also a way of releasing some frustration, feeling a little less anxious, given that was probably the only source of entertainment through the day, given that everyone was locked up and just at home and not very unsure of what was happening outside, just constant negative reports coming from everywhere. So, matlab, tabhi ka time, it was not great for the IPL. I was also not enjoying watching it. The second half of the IPL happened at, well, I mean, everyone knows when it started. It's been good. The level of, I guess it got a little more competitive, but I've just not been feeling it. And that's why also that was part of the reason why we decided not to really cover it. Because नहीं आ रहा है यार मजा यार ये साल IPL में. Void, I understand now what you mean with cricket pundits. We need general consensus. Agreed. Yeah, this year wasn't so hot. Yeah, man, it wasn't so hot. And it's not. I am obviously upset that Mumbai didn't qualify. But given some of the games they played, some of the matches, they lost a lot of moments. This is all from the second half. Okay, I have not seen too much of the first half either. Even in the second half, I have been intermittently watching mostly Mumbai games, so I can talk about those a little bit. But yeah, it's not been great for Mumbai Indians. It's the final year for all these franchises, right? It's the final year when all of them, rather most of them, are going to play together. So it's been a little bittersweet knowing that probably Krunal Pandya is not going to play next year for Mumbai Indians, but you never know. It is bittersweet because his form has not been the greatest in the last couple of years, and but Hardik and Krunal together, it's always nice to watch them. They're so happy when they're playing together. Have you guys noticed that? वो लोग इतना खुश रहते हैं फील्ड पे, ऑफ द फील्ड भी, सोशल मीडिया ये वो सब मजे करते हैं, चिलर है वो लोग. So yeah, and while we're talking, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this squad selection and everything that's going on with the Indian team. Before we do that, let's talk about that jersey. Have you guys seen the jersey? I want your thoughts on the jersey. I am not a fan of it yet because it is jarring, because it is different. So I am not a fan of the jersey, but I guess once we see it on ground, maybe it'll look different and better. I don't know. Meanwhile, Rishabh Pant is endorsing. I don't know what he's endorsing. Anyway, yeah, Manikanta. I don't know how you know about that, but yeah, thanks. They did go decent, not so bad. Let's talk about the squad. Snooker Freak. Hey man, Snooker Freak. That's a nice name. Aksar Patel's exclusion. Meanwhile, he comes on to bowl. I guess he'll answer you because he has been, excluded. Has he been kept on as a reserve player? I would hope so, because he was supposed to be the cover for Jadeja, and the argument was from a lot of people that if you want a cover, why do you pick him in the squad? If you want to cover for him, you have the reserves, right? So why not just put him there? And I think that's what has happened. Shardul has been moved up to the squad from the reserves, and Akshar has been put into the reserves. So, is this stream scheduled at 9:45? I'm so confused as to what Diptiman told me 9:30, and then it's just 9:45, and I don't know. It's 8:20. I guess I got live earlier than expected. Sorry about that. Yeah. The other thing, Venkatesh Iyer. Let's talk about Venkatesh Iyer, man. He's been quite the find. He can bowl seam up a little bit, fairly well, and good opening bat, I would say. Aggressive. Is he the seam bowling all-rounder that India has been looking for? Is he it? And why are we constantly ignoring Shardul Thakur? In my opinion, Shardul Thakur gives you almost everything that Hardik Pandya does, except a bit of the power hitting. Shardul Thakur is no muck with the bat. He can whack at a strike rate of 140, 130, 140. Yes, Hardik can go at 180, 170, 180. So, but Hardik is injured. He cannot bowl. If he is not bowling, are you picking him in your team as just a batter, pure batter, which means that the balance of the side is being compromised for a power hitter? Fair enough. I am not against that. But then you're putting a lot of pressure on your 5 bowlers who have to bowl 4 overs each. You don't have anybody in the top order, given that you're playing 3 wicket keepers, 2 at least, in every game. Rishabh Pant plus KL, Rishabh Pant plus Ishan Kishan, or Ishan Kishan plus KL Rahul. Maybe Rishabh Pant gets a rest. So out of those 3, 2 are always going to be playing. Maybe all 3 will play. If all 3 are playing, then how? Rohit has stopped bowling. कोहली से तो कोई expectation नहीं है. और बाकी अगर ये 3 रहे, which I doubt, सूर्या रहेगा, तो सूर्या भी बॉल नहीं डालता है. तो बचा कौन? 6 पे हार्दिक आ गया, 7 पे अपना Ravindra Jadeja. 8 पे maybe another spinner, Varun or Ashwin, depending on what the other side's batting lineup is. If they've got more left-handers, maybe Ashwin gets a go. Then 9, 10, 11 is your 3 seam bowlers. So Rapada, finally. It's an interesting conundrum, I guess, for the selectors, because Lola, stop that. Sorry. They've backed Hardik. He was supposed to bowl this season for Mumbai. He didn't. I guess they are, if at all. Oh, nice throw from Ashwin, yeah, on target. They maybe they didn't bowl him because they wanted to save him for the World Cup. I read somewhere that, but I don't know if that is true. T20 में 5 specialist bowler से काम चल जाता है. Now see, this is T20. T20 is more about statistics and matchups and playing the games of probabilities than any other form of cricket. Analysis उसमें सबसे ज्यादा है, data सबसे ज्यादा है. तो I feel कि वो लोग का chance, वो लोग का 5 bowlers के साथ अगर गए ना, और अगर एक मैचअप घड़ी घड़ी आ रहा है, like an off spinner against Nitish Rana, that's just, Nitish Rana is going to succeed 9 out of 10 times. So if you're bowling a spin bowler to maybe a Ben Stokes, he's going to go after them. And if you have no other options because you want to avoid that matchup, you don't want to be in a position where you don't have options. I feel that holds true for a lot of things in life, especially when it comes to choosing bowling options in a T20 game, especially in a World Cup. Bilateral series mein chalega. You want, is that a nick? Is that a nick? No, it's a wide. Yeah, so Snooker Freak, I hope that answers your question to an extent. I don't agree with it. Maybe if there are 5 bowlers who are Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, and 2 other spinners, I guess, maybe. But we have Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah. Oh, come on! That was a return catch. Kahiso. मेरे टीम में है वो. I'm going to talk about the fantasy league though. If you guys remember the Couch Pundits, I'm just going to take a moment here and talk about it. Couch Pundits has a long form fantasy league where I'm going to announce the winner in the next stream, but I'm going to announce the top 5 right now. And I would have been very proud to announce the top 5 a little while ago because I was personally in the top 5, but somebody has overtaken me and I am 6th now. So if any of you guys are here, please let me know. Abhish 81059DE, Josh Blaster 11, Kanda Bhajia, and Thug Invincibles, and RK Hunters. RK Hunters has, yeah. So if any of you are here, let me know. Why are all the southern states banning fantasy sports? First time hearing of it, man. If you know, please tell me. Yeah, Shrishti, new people have done it. I got into the top 5 a little while ago, but I skipped over the season. I skipped 6 games, making changes to my 11 in 6 games. One game mein I got 0 points because none of my players were in that match that day. So I guess I am at least 600 to 700 points off the top. Oh, hey, Abhishek Agarwal, you are at rank 1. Nicely done, man. And you're not at like some easy rank 1. You're quite far ahead. I don't think anyone's catching you now. So you're probably going to win. And you will get a prize. What is the prize? I don't know. Karan, welcome to the stream, man. Where is Akash? You just retracted that message, so I guess I don't have to answer it anymore. Thank you. But while you're here, hit the like button, man. It helps the algorithm and stuff. Also, if this stream does well, then there will be more of just me. So if you guys don't like that, please don't hesitate to let me know. Then I will get guests or something like that. अपना चैनल है यार, जो चाहिए करूंगा. तुम लोग क्या है? Just kidding. Golani, welcome Golani. Akash Golani is a regular Discord contributor, and over at Discord we also have these discussions around cricket where we invite people from among our listeners sometimes to come in and share their opinions post match. But this IPL we have not been doing a lot. But अभी वर्ल्ड कप आ रहा है, तो वर्ल्ड कप तो कवर करेंगे ही ना. वर्ल्ड कप तो कवर करना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड कप तो सब देखेंगे. वर्ल्ड कप मैं भी देखूंगा, अभी मेरे पास टाइम भी है. तो if there is a particular way you'd like for us to cover the World Cup, let me know. Would it okay if you guys want us to continue doing the weekly streams? By us I mean right now it's just me. Akash is, just take it that Akash is not here for the World Cup. So let's just assume it's me and I have to figure this out. If you guys want me to do the weekly cover, just cover all the matches and give a little highlight of what happened, discuss, maybe get a guest on, put yellow heart in the, I don't know what is easier, put exclamation marks in the chat so I know that is what you want. Abhishek, man, that's, I think Shrishti, if you can get in touch with Abhishek, or Abhishek, if you are on Discord, get in touch with Shrishti over there, and we will set up a connection with you when you do, when you actually finish the winning of the, officially win it. So yeah, weekly coverage. Okay, so weekly coverage. If highlights on YouTube and end of days play on Discord. Like end of days play India matches के लिए, अभी India matches का क्या है ना, India matches का मैं बैठ के देखेगा. 24th को don't expect anything, because 24th को कुछ नहीं करने वाला है. मैं बैठ के मैच देखेगा और चिल मारेगा. तो 24th कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. वॉच अलोंग तो बिल्कुल नहीं होने वाला है, बिकॉज आई फील लाइक वो मैच का वॉच अलोंग वुड बी अ ग्रेट डिससर्विस टू द गेम, because then I would not be paying attention to that game, and that India-Pakistan happens once in how many years? Okay, so I want to watch it with full attention. So there's going to be nothing on the 24th unless some other people decide to come in and do things on Discord or any of that. I don't know. Amartya is saying 442 is doing a 7-hour watch along. There you go, guys. Go watch 442. वो लोग 7 घंटा लाइव स्ट्रीम करने वाले. हाँ, 7 घंटा. वो लोग 4 लोग हैं. सब लोग 1.5 घंटे का शिफ्ट लेगा ना तो भी हो जाएगा. But anyway, I get it. You guys want the weekly cover-ups, so we will be doing the weekly cover-ups. It will. Now I need you to tell me whether you prefer a live weekly cover-up, or do you want us to make something and release it or something like that. If you want it live, just say live. If you want it recorded, say rec. Chahal, Harshal and Siraj should be in the World Cup squad. Unicorn, I have something to say about that. One, there was a lot of discussion that went on when this World Cup squad was, after this World Cup squad was announced and the IPL started. Once the IPL resumed, rather, when I said started, I mean resumed, people started noticing that a lot of the squad players were Mumbai Indians players, and Mumbai Indians was not doing well. And people started calling for their heads, calling for the selectors' heads. कि क्या तुम लोग बस मुंबई को भर दिया, अभी देखो मुंबई ऐसा कर रहा है, वैसा कर रहा है, और तुम लोग की भी वाट लग गई. Then you saw what happened in that game, where there was a mathematical possibility, and Mumbai tried their level best to exploit that. And we saw Surya Kumar Yadav and Ishan Kishan doing what they have been doing consistently for the last 2 years, on the basis of which they got picked into the World Cup squad. So there is a lot of this recency bias that everyone seems to have. And that has led to people saying things like what you're saying, Chahal, Harshal and Siraj should be in the World Cup squad. Now, okay, let's talk about who they would replace. Fine, let's put them in. Chahal, I guess you could say he could easily replace Rahul Chahar, leggy for leggy. But the numbers tend to suggest that Rahul Chahar's numbers are better. Yuzvendra Chahal has not been taking as many wickets. He has not been as economical, and his job is to take wickets in the middle overs. So Chahal ka experience hai, but ठीक है ना, but Rahul Chahar has been doing much better consistently over the last 2 years, where Yuzvendra Chahal has not. That's one. The second person you asked me about was Harshal Patel. Harshal Patel has had one good season. Okay, he's had an extraordinary season. He has equaled the record for the most number of wickets taken in the edition of the IPL with 32. And the last time somebody did that was Dwayne Bravo in the 10-team IPL. So more matches, more games he had. Harshal Patel would ideally replace somebody like maybe a Shardul Thakur or a Deepak Chahar or a Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Harshal Patel has some batting ability, but it's not what you would pick him on the basis of. So if at all you want to replace someone, you would replace Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Now again, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has come back from injury, had a good Australia tour, had a decent Sri Lanka tour, and had a not so great IPL. So yes, as far as the IPL is concerned, and you're going to say, yes, it's in Dubai, this, that, Bhuvi has not been great. But Bhuvi has been a consistent performer again for India when he was not injured, before his injury. And after his injury, he's come back and shown that he can still do it. So that is a gamble that they're willing to take. Yuzvendra Chahal, at the same time, you might argue, that has the same kind of experience. But he has been consistently underperforming from what he's expected to do. So I don't see how Harshal Patel can come into the team, because he has to replace Bhuvneshwar and they're not letting Bhuvneshwar go anywhere. That leaves us with Mohammad Siraj. Mohammad Siraj is a good bowler, no doubt. He's a better red ball bowler than he is a white ball bowler at this point in time. And again, Mohammad Siraj has to replace one of the quicks, which would be either Mohammad Shami or Jasprit Bumrah. Jasprit Bumrah is not going anywhere. Jasprit Bumrah is going to maybe be the future captain. So that leaves us Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami, how do you replace Mohammad Shami? I understand. See, this is what people keep saying, that this guy should be in the team, that guy should be in the team, but who should go out? Kisko nikalega? Tu wo bolna. Joel, yes, I am also excited to see Oman play. They almost beat Sri Lanka right now. What? That was Oman, right? That was Oman, right, Joel? We do support associate nations. I mean, हम लोग के support से वो लोग को ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, but we try to talk about that. Papua New Guinea, आकाश सबसे बड़ा fan है वो लोग का. पीएनजी का वो सबसे बड़ा फैन है, वो मैच देखता भी है वो लोग का. So having said that, is that the end for Kuldeep Yadav? Void asks. No, I don't think this is the end for Kuldeep Yadav. वो बहुत young है यार, तो काफी टाइम है उसको, वो कमबैक डेफिनेटली करेगा. स्लो left arm wrist spinner is a very rare breed in international cricket, and we've had some analysts come on and discuss this. Score update: 7 overs, 55 for 0. It's not easy picking them because there's just weird angles going on. So he just needs some time to figure things out, man. If he doesn't figure things out, then maybe it's the end of the international career for him. You never know. But several people have made several comebacks. We've just forgotten. Do you guys remember Murli Karthik? He was dropped from the squad. He became a commentator or an expert pundit. In the middle of the series, he was called back by Dhoni, and what a fantastic series he had. So I wouldn't rule out anybody. Aditya Singh, Kohli, Rohit, Pandya, Bumrah, only players to feature in the last 3 India-Pakistan ICC matches. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Joel, Papua New Guinea's first major ICC tournament. Yeah, it is. It really is. Also, hi Aditya. It's nice to have you back, man. I am actually happy to come back and do this cricket stream, because it's been some time for me also, and it was I was happy when I was away as well, and I am glad to be back and glad to have all the regulars come back. It's exciting. Thoughts on Indian team jersey? I just shared them. I don't like it. I don't like the jersey. It's not great. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's just a change, so I am not happy with the change. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's this Vijit. You're quite right. There are so many good spinners coming through. There are just Varun Chakravarti. Okay, Varun Chakravarti is such an amazing mystery spinner find. Nobody knew where he was. Started playing TNPL, got through the ranks, started playing for Calcutta, and he's in the World Cup squad. He's the secret weapon, according to Akash. We were supposed to unleash him only during the World Cup, and therefore he was being made to fail the fitness tests so that he would. You get what I'm saying. So that he would remain a mystery for the World Cup and people wouldn't be able to figure him out and there would not be enough data on him. Snooker Freak knows something we don't. He's saying wicket incoming. His knees have been bad. Maybe a back after. Okay, yeah, Varun's knees have been bad. That's not great. But he just picked 2 or 3 wickets today. So I guess he's fine. ठीक है यार, वो मतलब खड़े खड़े बॉल डाल देगा, उसको ज्यादा रनअप की जरूरत नहीं है, फास्ट बॉलर नहीं है, वो स्पिनर है. हाँ, Bishnoi, Ravi Bishnoi. Yeah, what do you say about Ravi Bishnoi? That guy is so young and he has so much control, and what temperament. That his temperament is just amazing. I am a fan. He has also worked very closely with Rahul Dravid. So you can just imagine where he gets that from. Ravi Bishnoi is a very exciting young talent in the country. Other spinners में Rahul Chahar is actually very good. He's just उसका भी वो फेस चल रहा है, वो अच्छा ही है. Meanwhile, Venkatesh Iyer whacking it. Oman team consisted of the native people or Indians and Pakistanis. Omanis? I mean, I guess they're all Omanis if they're playing for them. Residents, original residents. Abhi kidhar ka? Wait, the world is so small. Who is original resident of what anywhere? Does not matter. If you're in that country and you're playing for them, then you're playing for them. How does it matter? Harsh is asking, Owen Morgan said that it's tough to pick up Varun. Yeah, वो तो बोलेगा ना, बट वो बैठ के सब ऐसा नोट्स ले रहा है, वो स्टैटिस्टिशियन का बुक घर पे लेके जाएगा, जेरोक्स मार के वापस देगा, तो ये सब चलने वाला है. Varun was picked for Kings in 2019, played one match, conceded 25. Yeah, I know, Varun, he was the big thing. Like, Varun Chakravarti, ye, wo ek match khela wo. I remember this year. And then look what he did for Calcutta the next year. Just killed it. Ireland can. Okay, let's talk about the underdogs. Johnny is talking about some of the associate nations. He's quite excited for it. Joel, what do you think about Afghanistan? I have a feeling that Afghanistan is going to do really well this year. I used to maintain that until New Zealand, England pulled out of the Pakistan tour. And I have this feeling, I have this bad feeling that Pakistan is going to come in with some next level of motivation. Ramiz Raja is really winding them up. The Pakistan Cricket Board is not happy with anybody in the world right now. And they are literally out to get everyone. So I think Pakistan has a good chance. And Afghanistan batting is a concern. You're confident of their bowling. Yeah, Afghanistan bowling is not at all a concern. But you're right. But Afghanistan, they are completely fearless in their batting. Just they don't care. They have nothing. They always play as if they have nothing to lose. So that is what I'm afraid of. Meanwhile, Pakistan are in good form. Hyder Ali looks exciting. Shoaib Malik is back. So that makes Shoaib Malik and Chris Gayle the only two players who played in the 2007, the inaugural T20 World Cup, to be playing even today. Meanwhile, Calcutta needs 72 of 70 with 10 wickets in hand. These guys are just going to take it. They're not waiting for no one. Venkatesh Iyer 36 of 28. Other than these teams, Ireland have a good chance. वो कौन है अपना विंडीज का टीम देखा है तुम लोग ने? विंडीज का टीम में सब लोग मारता है, नंबर 11 को लेके सब लोग मारता है, तो वो लोग का टीम कोई अलग ही लेवल पे है ना? And then you have India. For India, I was not too confident about India's power hitting. But after I've seen some of the games this IPL, I feel that depth come hai. At number 7 it ends unless you play Shardul at 8. There is a bit of a concern with the tail, as is always the case with India. Yeah, Vijit, you're right. Windies has 9 batters and 8 bowlers. So I don't know what to make of it. Their team is just amazing. They've got the best of the T20 players because they're really, as some people call them, mercenaries when it comes to T20 cricket, and they're just moving around the world, playing in all conditions, doing everything. They have played in so many match situations that they just know their way around it much better than all the other players. So while their test team and their ODI team may not be world class right now, they're definitely competitive, but their T20 team is probably better than a lot of the other test playing nations' T20 teams. This is so much experience. Joel is saying Netherlands have the best pace attack among the associate nations. That's cool. Is Ryan Tenderskate still involved with the team in maybe a coaching capacity or something? Okay, Lola. Want to go away? Ryan Tenderskate is back. Is he playing? Insane. Oh my god. That's such a great story. Ryan Tenderskate is playing. हाँ अभी भी वैसे काउंटी तो खेलता है, so it makes sense for him to play. Aditya saying Gale looks pumped up after the Ambrose incident. Yeah, he does. But Gale is, I don't think Gale needs a reason to be pumped up. It's always pumped up. Me, oh my god. Aksar is being given the treatment by Venkatesh Iyer. Venkatesh Iyer is sort of making an outside path into the team, and I don't think the Indian selectors are going to repeat a Vijay Shankar situation, because Vijay Shankar just before the World Cup tournament was in the form of his life. He replaced Ambati Rayudu, as we all know, and as we all know, that kind of haunted the Indian team for the rest of the tournament because we didn't have a number 4. We just didn't. Throughout 2019 World Cup, we did not have a number 4 because we went with Vijay Shankar over Ambati Rayudu. So yeah, now there's this argument about professional middle order and lower order batters. You have Shreyas Iyer, who's a top order bat. You have Surya Kumar Yadav, who's a middle order bat. Which is why I think Surya Kumar Yadav has been picked over Shreyas Iyer. Because Surya is not going to get to play in the top 4. It's very difficult that Surya gets to play in the top 4 because you have Rohit, KL, Kishan, Kohli, who are going to be the top 4. Surya at 5, Hardik at 6, Pant at 6, Hardik at 7 if Hardik is bowling. Or Kishan will not start. Okay, maybe. Then Surya plays at 4. He is not playing at least above 4. So you need these middle order bats who are professional middle order bats. So many questions coming in. If only, yeah. So I'm answering. If only could Venki could bat at 5 or 6. That's what, right? Which is probably why. And I don't think they should just rush and pick him right now. There's another T20 World Cup happening next year. Okay, so there isn't a lot. I guess this is a watered down World Cup in that sense. So whoever does not perform in this probably will not play the next one. But a lot of these players have time to make their case once again, but not a lot of time. There is another IPL in between this World Cup and the next World Cup, and there are more teams. So more chances, more matches, and more people are going to get games. So it'll be fun. The next edition of the IPL is definitely going to be fun. It's also again going to be an audition for the World Cup. So we'll see how the team performs in this World Cup. If they win, there's going to be very few changes the next one. Even if they get through to the semis or finals, it's not. Which I think semis to ho jayega yaar India se. And Abhishek, you're right. There are so many good options for 1, 2, 3. There are so many good options for the top order. We have very few middle order batsmen, which is why I think Dinesh Karthik at some point is going to figure into the conversation. Don't hate me. Don't attack me for this. And I think he should be part of the conversation. Why not? He is a very experienced and a very able middle order bat. Colin Ackerman took 7 wickets in T20 match. Yes, that's true. Vandermeer. Vandermeer is playing. Roll off Vandermeer. Amazing. Kishan will not start. David Visa. वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए खेलता था ना डेविड वीसा. जोएल, please someone tell Void the feud between Gale and Ambrose. Unicorn, does Hardik make the 11? That's an interesting question. I think if Hardik is in the squad as an all-rounder, then he makes the 11, no doubt. If he is as a batter, then he is fighting for that spot with the third wicket keeper. Because if you're number six, yeah, Hardik is going to bat at 6. If your number 6 is not going to bowl, then why not make that a Rishabh Pant, make Surya play at 5, and have 3 wicket keepers being Kishan, Pant, and KL in the 11. Which means he will essentially be fighting for a spot with Kishan or Surya, depending on who they prefer. Yeah. If he is bowling, yes, there's no doubt about it. Without bowling, I have my doubts. Venkatesh Iyer getting close to his 50. It's 48 right now. Why Akshar Patel, Hardik is not even good batting form. That's true. Will the foreign player rule change for the next IPL? I don't know about this. But do you guys know about this proposed rule change in the BBL? About what was it? Yeah, about the free hit for the bowler. Something about, please tell me what, I have forgotten now. Free hit for bowlers where if the batter does something, I think if he leaves his crease before the ball is bowled, so the bowler gets a free ball to bowl where the batter will not defend or attack. He just stand beside the stumps. The bowler hits the stumps, the batter is out. If he does not, then the next ball goes back to normal. Norkia getting whacked. 5 wides. Is that 5 wides? Did it hit his bat? What does the umpire say? Yeah, that's 5 wides. Batter agar jaldi nahi. Oh yeah, it's a timeout rule. Correct. So in cricket, there is a way of dismissal called the timeout. Depends on, I think, for ODI games, if the batter does not take, after the previous batter gets out. What just happened? I can hear myself. Oh, this is why. Yeah. So timeout, you guys know, if the previous batter gets out and the next batter does not take guard within, for test matches, it's 2.5 minutes. You have 2.5 minutes to walk out of your dressing room, pad up everything, and take guard. Be ready to face the next ball. You are timed out and you are declared out. So the rule in BBL is something about the same thing. They have, I think, 90 seconds in T20 games, 60 or 90 seconds from the time of dismissal to taking guard. And if you don't, the bowler gets a free hit. And the free hit, as I described, is what it is. Joel, thank you for letting me in. David Visa used to play for South Africa, correct. Sanjana, why was Akshar Patel dropped? Akshar Patel has not been dropped. He has just been changed to Shardul Thakur, and I think that's a better move because Shardul Thakur is your Hardik Pandya cover. If Hardik Pandya is not bowling, and you want that balancing act of a Shardul Thakur, you can pick him at 7 and or maybe an 8. Yeah, depends on a lot of things. So yeah, that's why Akshar Patel. Oh, that's out. No, that's not out. Sorry, that's one bounce. I got excited for no reason. Wow. Yeah. Do you guys think it's a stupid rule? I think it's a fun rule. Why? I don't think it's not because they're doing that bad. It's just because they are being innovative. They're trying new things. वो लोग का X Factor or Superstar, Super Sub, ये सब मस्त नया रूल निकाला वो लोग ने. देखो ना, everybody is trying to be innovative because the IPL, the way the IPL has captured the market, I don't think any other league is going to be able to do that. Primarily because, and I don't want to sound cocky while saying this as an Indian cricket fan, but there are no Indian cricketers in those leagues. They're not allowed to play. The BCCI forbids Indian cricketers from playing in any foreign leagues except with permission of the BCCI, and BCCI is not going to give anybody permission because there are so many financials involved in this. It's more profitable for the BCCI to not allow their players to go and play in foreign leagues, which is why you had the whole T10 incident of Harbhajan Singh and Yuvraj Singh playing the global T20 and then not being allowed to play the IPL. So, yeah. Who will be... What's the next question? Who will be the next RCB captain? Why don't you guys tell me? Who do you think will be the next RCB captain? While you're at it, hit that like button, guys. If you've just joined us, we're doing the weekly Couch Pundits stream. We're back. This week, it's a watch along. Next week, it will be preview / wrap of the first week of the World Cup. All of it is gonna be interesting. Yeah, who do you think will be the RCB captain? I think it might be KL Rahul. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, I think it's gonna be KL Rahul. I don't think Chahar should be dropped. We already discussed this, Sanjana. I don't think Rahul Chahar should be dropped. His numbers are very good. Sam Billing, Shreyas Iyer should be the next RCB captain. No way, Jose. Yeah, Shreyas Iyer is, I think, going to leave Delhi. I think there's going to be a massive overhaul in Delhi, given that they've not won anything in the last 3 years. Every year they've looked good, but every year they reach the knockouts and then they get knocked out. Meanwhile, Venkatesh Iyer getting to his 50. Well played, sir. KL next for RCB or Shreyas. Shreyas might go for one of the new franchises. He might, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ahmedabad is getting a new one where I believe Jadeja might go and captain. Not a great move personally for Jadeja, but a great move personally for Jadeja, but I don't know if he's the best guy to captain a side. Hey, that's out. Oh, come on, that's out. That's an LB. Review लेना चाहिए. तुम लोग नेक्स्ट T20 इंटरनेशनल वाइस कैप्टन क्या पूछ रहे हो? अभी कैप्टन का भी नहीं मालूम. हाँ, यूनिकॉर्न, you think you already know the captain, next T20 captain? Joel Johnny is asking, do you think Bangladesh should qualify for the Super 10? I think, yeah. I think they will. Thoughts on the new Team India jersey? Bhai, Team India jersey nahi hai acha. But you guys, chat, please tell me what you guys think about the Team India jersey. Joel, actually, thank you for asking that question. I think it's new. I think it's too blue, and I think the design is weird. And it's that current blue, that color current blue. So, see, Shreyas Iyer might go back to being the Delhi captain. And if he's offered the captaincy, he won't go anywhere. Because Rishabh Pant, now, he was given a season. He had a great international season before he became the Delhi captain. And then Shreyas Iyer was injured. And instead of getting a captain from outside or from anywhere else, they had a ready-made Rishabh Pant waiting there. So they went with him. And obviously, midway through the season, because of the break, Shreyas Iyer was back fit. Now, I get it. I get why you would not want to change captains mid-season, especially when it's been probably your best season so far. So I think it. What is that shot? How did he hit that? That's insane. So yeah, it made sense for them not to change the captain midway through the season. And I think everyone was fairly on board with that. They did everything well. They communicated with everyone and they were good about it. Delhi handled it really well. And I think all the players obviously helped them, the support staff, and the players took it well, which was important, which was a sign that communication was good. That's out. Venkatesh Iyer caught substitute Steve Smith, bowl Kahiso Rabada. 96 for 1, Calcutta, 12.2 overs. Game is done. It's dead, buried, over. Now somebody will say, why was the need to do that? And should be there till the end. But no, this is T20. It's barely cricket. It's T20. So yeah. Rohit mostly next captain होगा इंडिया का. श्रेयस becomes VC. भाई श्रेयस टीम में भी नहीं है तो उसको कैसे VC बनाएगा भाई? वो नहीं है टीम में. Iyer to MI. Man, if they can manage to get Iyer and Shardul Thakur to Mumbai, that oof, मजा आ जाएगा. You know what would have been a better IPL? If all the Ranji teams had their own franchises. Or you associate the current franchises with the Ranji teams. It's so great. You have a ready-made domestic structure. You could have infused the foreign players for those franchises. Just didn't do it. Just didn't do it. बाकी कोई कैप्टन नहीं लगता श्रेयस को छोड़ के. MI won't be able to retain Surya. देखो 3 रिटेंशन है कि 4 रिटेंशन है, आई एम नॉट श्योर. बट अगर 3 है और एक राइट टू मैच कार्ड है तो MI विल रिटेन बुमराह, ईशान किशन, सूर्य कुमार यादव. Yeah. I think Rohit Sharma is going to be let go. Or maybe Rohit Sharma instead of Surya Kumar Yadav because he provides that captaincy and the right to match will be used for Surya. Syed Mushtaq Ali. Yes, Syed Mushtaq Ali. But imagine Syed Mushtaq Ali with foreign players. Snooker freak. Imagine the SMAT with foreign players in it. Wouldn't you watch that? Wouldn't you watch KL, Mayank, Padikkal or all playing for Karnataka? Prithvi, Shreyas, Shardul, all playing for Mumbai. Rohit, Plus, that will provide an impetus to the Ranji structure also. Unicorn, you sound like a real Bangalore fan. You're saying, what if Rohit is let go, goes to RCB, and Rohit and Virat open together? It's never gonna happen, man. I really, really hope that RCB learn from the last 13 years of mistakes that they've been making at the auction. I really hope they don't get Virat and Rohit in the same team, because first they're looking at the next 3 years. And if you're looking at the next 3 years, you would not be picking Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in your team. It's just not prudent. You're not thinking of the future. तू मतलब 1 साल के लिए खुश रहेगा. But Rohit is not going to leave MI. I think Rohit is going to be with MI. He's going to be the third retained player, most likely. And or he's going to be a right to match sort of thing. They'll figure out a way to bring him back if they don't retain him. But in my opinion, they should retain him. If he's the India captain, you don't want to drop him. He's going to be the India captain for at least the next 1-2 years. So you don't want to drop him. Whether you want to buy him because he's going to come at a very high price from the auction is something to be considered. Yeah. Meanwhile, Nitish Rana into bat, 37 required of 41 balls. This game is dead, and I'm considering going, because there's a lot that I have already spoken about that I wanted to speak about. I get now how you guys want us to cover the T20 World Cup. If you guys are interested in working with us to help us cover the T20 World Cup, we have an email address. It's called podcasts@lasoonlive.com. I want you to write us something on that email with the subject line T20 World Cup help. Or whatever, figure it out. I don't know. Does not matter what subject line you put. Just if you guys are interested in working on the back end, please let me know. Will anyone bid for Krunal Pandya? Man, honestly, I'm pretty sure somebody will. Ahmedabad is going to have all the money in the world. They're going to be the new Newcastle of the IPL. No new teams winning this year. # no new friends for the IPL trophy. Rajasthan is there, no? Rajasthan bid for the weirdest people. But honestly, you know who has had not such great auction? It's Delhi. Who buys Steve Smith in T20 cricket? Who does that? Steve Smith इतना सस्ते में मिला क्यों? Reason है ना, कोई क्यों नहीं ले रहा उसको? See, if you buy, I don't know. I think it was a bad call buying Steve Smith. He's a great player, but he's not worth that foreigner spot. Speaking of that, let's talk about captaincy a little from the other perspective. Do you guys think that IPL teams would be better served if, for themselves, I'm not saying this should be a rule or it should be a mandate, that they should not be putting foreigners as captains? It should be an Indian captain. For the sole reason that if your foreign player is out of form, since you have only 4, and ideally you want the foreign players to be match winners. And if each of those foreign players, each of them wins you 1 game, you're halfway through to qualification already. So you can't afford to have that foreign player slot taken up by someone who's out of form. And if your foreign player is your captain, then it becomes very hard to drop an out of form foreign player. So I think it should be just Indian players as captains. It's just better for the team. You can drop one and bring another one. You can cover up that Indian player not performing with the 6 other Indian players that you have. But that foreign player not performing leaves a gaping hole in your team. There are not 10 captains in India. You have just scroll up, Vijit. Just scroll up. See the number of people you yourself have named to be captain. Are yaar, Ravi Ashwin. Can't believe you dropped that. Cannot believe it. आवेश खान मेरे टीम में था, उसको विकेट मिलता था, तो कैसा ऐसा ड्रॉप किया? हाँ, ये क्या था? What is this, guys? Come on. This is really unfortunate. It's like मैं क्रिकेट खेल रहा हूँ. अगर मैं उसकी जगह होता तो मैं ऐसा करता. But that is expected of me. It's not expected of Ravi Ashwin. अश्विन का इश्यू है, बट अश्विन की जगह पे वॉशिंगटन सुंदर मांगता था. वॉशिंगटन सुंदर नहीं है, एंड यू नीड अ स्पिनर हु कैन बॉल इन द पावर प्ले. A lot of injuries have upset India's balance, including Hardik Pandya's injury and Washington Sundar's injury. Nice ball. To follow that up, Hardik Pandya's injury, as we've already discussed. Washington Sundar's injury, we will discuss now, because if Washington Sundar was fit, Ravi Ashwin would not have made the squad. Virat Kohli has in fact said this, that if Washington Sundar has been playing the role that they want him to for a little while now. So he was asked this question, why are you not picking Ravi Ashwin? He's like, because Washington is doing the job that the team wants him to do, and Ravi Ashwin would do exactly the same job. So as a captain, what do I tell Washington? I am dropping you because Ravi Ashwin is being picked in place of you. But why? So if you're doing what is expected you from, what the team is expecting you to do, and you're doing it consistently, then how does anybody justify dropping you? Which is the exact same problem I had earlier when people were talking about picking Harshal and Yuzvendra, all of these guys. Who do you drop? Who are you going to drop in place of these guys? So comes back to that question only a little bit. KKR versus DC in IPL. 3 matches KKR, 2 matches DC in the last 5 games. So yeah. This game is so dead. I'm glad I actually did a watch along on this dead game day, because then at least what 15-20 people came to watch. And if you are one of those, thank you for coming. And please like the stream so that then other people know about it, and then our numbers can rise to 21 or maybe a 22. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys have been telling your friends about this amazing YouTube channel called Couch Pundits Sports. If you guys have not been doing that, it's about time that you do that. Share this channel, share the content of this channel, and subscribe to it. The more subscribers we have, the bigger a channel we are. And the bigger the channel we are, the more credibility we have. And that ultimately translates into better guests. If we are a credible channel, then we get better guests. If we get better guests, you get better content. Obviously, as our endeavors to acquire is not the right word. Our endeavors to get in touch with these guests and get them on our show is not obviously at all reliant on whether or not you subscribe to the channel. I'm just saying it helps that if you do. That when people see, oh, so many subscribers, then they agree. And yeah. Anshuman, what's up, Anshuman? Welcome back. Make it an F1 watch along and it will rise to 50. If you can guarantee that, I will do a watch along this weekend. But I don't know about Siddhartha Shetty. He does watch along with other people, even though he has an entire channel over here to do it. Shetty, if you're watching this, I am watching you. Hasbul Sarkar, Ricky Ponting performance as coach in the knockouts are inversely proportional to his as captain. Yeah, man, that's a great observation. Remember that World Cup that happened in 2003 that we never talked about? Pant looks bad in captaincy pressure according to Vijit. Anybody would look not great when they're under pressure, यार. क्या मतलब तू अपना काम करता है ना घर पे बैठ के या ऑफिस में बैठ के या कहीं पे भी, और अगर तेरे पे प्रेशर है, तेरे को 35 लाख लोग टीवी पर नहीं देख रहे कि oh how is Vijit, what is his face like when he has to turn in that report 3 hours from now, what is his demeanor when he is being criticized for a mistake that he may have made in his performance. So it's okay, let him look nervous. Thoughts on Omran Malik? I mean, the guy bowled 153 Ks. He needs to be around the team a little more, and I believe they picked him as a net bowler, which is a good decision, in my opinion. It's fun when you have not a bowling machine bowling at that pace, because a lot of batters have been critical of bowling machines because a lot of them watch the ball in the hand. So, and your brain functions in that way. When you see the bowler taking the run up, running up to you, all those micro adjustments and movements are happening in your body without you realizing. And as soon as the ball is released from the hand, your body has already started moving towards the ball. When you're facing a bowling machine, that does not happen. Suddenly the ball is just released from the point where the bowler would release it. So it's not as easy facing a bowling machine as it is facing a real bowler. And in those circumstances, I think Omran Malik's selection as a net bowler has been great. If he can continue this pace and maintain some control, it's a great guy, man. It's 150 plus bowler. As they say, pace is pace, boss. So, yeah. Hasbul Sarkar. First time I saw one-handed sky. Yeah. Are you talking about the 2003 World Cup that never happened? I don't know why you're talking about it. It's never happened. But yeah, I watched the match. This was the first time I watched a match publicly, obviously not at the ground. The World Cup was in South Africa. I was in Bombay, but it was one of those screenings. And there were some 500-600 people there. So it was quite fun. The first 3 minutes of the toss, and as soon as Shourav Ganguly said we are going to bowl, I said, okay, why has he done that? He is a stupid. Mind you, I was barely 10 years old, so I don't remember. But I do remember being overconfident and knowing that Sourav Ganguly had made a mistake at the toss by winning the toss and choosing the bowl. Because we had Virender Sehwag, and that's really why I had come to watch the match. It was Virender Sehwag. So, yeah. Unicorn saying on drive मेरा favorite shot है. काफी लोगों का तकीला रहता है, बट ऑन ड्राइव कौन सा नया लिकर है मेरे को नहीं मालूम. आविश खान, उमरान मलिक, हर्षल पटेल, मेरीवाला, वेंकटेश, कर्ण, शहबाज, के गौतम, they are reserves, but they are not traveling reserves. No, the traveling reserves are the ones that travel with the team. These guys will go back and probably quarantine in a facility in India, so that if they have to come back, they won't have to do that long quarantine. Meanwhile, another wicket. Delhi 123 for 2. Nitish Rana gone. Andrik Nokia with a bouncer. Tried to pull it, got caught a deep fine leg. And that's the end of his innings. Ravi Ashwin in the T20 World Cup. Man, Ravi Ashwin in the T20 World Cup, I discussed this. He is going to be picked as the second spinner. He is not the primary spinner. The primary spinner is Ravindra Jadeja. If at all Ravi Ashwin gets picked in the World Cup squad, in the playing 11, it's going to be when the other team has 4 left-handers in the top order. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. I guess that's all the questions you have. We're on a strategic timeout or whatever it's called these days. Time, please. 2.5 minute का है. Hi. Just yawned on a stream, guys. What is this behavior? 44 likes. Okay, guys, the like goal should at least be 50 likes. Okay, we can get to 50. We're only like 5 or 6 away now. Come on, like it. Go to your mummy daddy's phone and like the stream from that phone. Go ask your neighbor auntie के auntie ये screen पे आप like button दबाओ, share the link with them. Vijita, I agree with you. ये क्या फालतू टाइम आउट देते रहते हैं. टाइम आउट है ही फालतू, बट पैसा कमाना है ना वो लोग को. कितना पैसा मिलता है पता है ये एड का? बहुत सारा. Nitish Rana could fill Suresh Raina's boots. Yeah, man. So see, Nitish Rana is such a great pick because he's probably the only top order batter in the country who is at all in consideration. Who can bowl a few? Or कौन है? Top order bat who can bowl a little if required. Part-time bowler. Nitish Rana bowls 4 overs in a game sometimes. So I don't know. Could fill here. आजकल टेस्ट क्रिकेट में लेगीज क्यों नहीं आ रहा है? ये है ना, अच्छा सवाल है. Great observation. The honest answer is I don't know. I guess because their economy rate, even in ODI cricket, in Test cricket, is not the greatest, and people are not willing to give bowlers for 4.5 runs and over in search of 2 wickets in a Test match. And give them maybe 20 overs, so you're getting 90 for 2. I don't think people want that in Test matches. Yeah, Jaiswal can bowl, but that's two top order bats who can bowl in this country. Other than that, you have people like Padikkal, Shaw, Mayank, KL, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav. What's his face? Yeah. Yeah. Guys, I'm here for 10 more minutes. Come on, we can hit that like goal. Yeah. What are you all doing? Come on, like the stream and tell your friends also to like the stream. Utkarsh Gupta, welcome back, man. Players, you're saying you're feeling physical pain as a Delhi fan. Can you imagine Gaurav Kapoor's story has not been able to write its own perfect ending? And imagine the physical pain that they must be in right now because they've been playing for several hours in that hot Dubai weather. 12 runs, 22 balls, Tripathi on strike. After Gill took a single off the second ball of the over. Okay, 40. Yeah. It's not even how many runs do they need? They need 11 runs. 21 balls. Predictions, guys. 11 runs, 21 balls, Calcutta need 9 wickets in hand. Predictions, quickly. And predictions in the chat. Nice one. Avish Khan out bowled. Sorry, Shubman Gill out bowled. Avish Khan caught Rishabh Pant. Sachin is asking thoughts on Rohit as a captain this year. He's been phenomenal. The culture that he has created in the team is very relaxed, very easy. There's not a lot of, at least not on the face of it, there's not a lot of resentment or any of those things in the team, in spite of the fact that they did not qualify after several years that Mumbai has not qualified for the playoffs. So in spite of that, they've been fairly decent. So he has been fairly decent. Yeah. Speaking of people who are fairly decent, in walks Dinesh Karthik. 11 runs to go. At the end of this over, I'm going to turn off the watch along. Y'all can conclude the game with the running cricket commentary. It has been a pleasure doing this for you today. We will be back next week. Meanwhile, Anshuman is going to organize a watch along for F1 this week. Anshuman, if you're here and listening, I hope you are here and listening, because now if you don't chat, you know who to speak to. Okay, we tried, but Anshuman did not make the watch along for F1 happen. On that note, 2 more balls to go, 11 runs to win. DK on strike. It's off the mark. No, he does not. We're just a couple of likes away from hitting our mark. So we just request you to please hit that like button. It helps, as you all know. One ball to go. Last ball of the over, 11 runs to win, 19 balls to go. And that is a dot ball. Well bowled, Avish Khan. Okay. And that brings me to the end of the stream. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for captaining. Sorry, thank you for chatting. Captaining bol raha main, captain pad ke. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you to the mods. You can find out more information about everything in the description to the video. You can follow us on our YouTube channel. You can follow us on the Twitter handle, which is fairly activish. Do follow us on Twitter. The links are in the description. And I'll see you guys soon. There's going to be no new IPL champion. There's not going to be any new IPL champion this year. स्नूकर फ्रीक मॉड बनना है तो मतलब ऐसे ही तो नहीं बन जाते. मॉड बनाने के लिए थोड़ा टाइम रेगुलर रहना पड़ता है. डिस्कॉर्ड पे आना पड़ता है. ये सब वो सब करना पड़ता है. तो I hope to see you around for some time. And yeah, thanks guys. Have a good night.